Hello, Durud and Shalom. We be live.
We are live. Welcome. And just as usual, we have the Islamic Republic striking cargo ships that happened today, with the United States CENTCOM officially responding and striking targets in Syria, which you have heard before. In addition to that, we have Lebanon, which is in chaos at the moment with riots and streets on fire after they signed a sort of agreement with Israel after 10 different days of negotiations. In addition to that, we also have Kurdish separatist forces, which decided to open fire on IRGC Islamic Republic forces, with casualties already being reported. And it seems like those clashes have been going on for quite a while. So we're going to get into all of that and a little bit of more, as well as giving you reports of what the regime supporters are up to, as always. So let's get started. Armin, just as always, the strikes
Wow.
are happening right as we go live.
Yeah. Wow. This is the best time. You got the best time slot. You got the
Yeah,
best time slot for everything happening.
absolutely. So, guys, today CENTCOM has reported. So, let me just show you guys a visual representation of what we're talking about, in case anyone doesn't know. All right, here we go. This is the Strait of Hormuz, this area, which is in the south of Iran, and you can see there's a lot of dots here, as always. But CENTCOM has chosen to respond to aggression by the IRGC, and they have stated that as a powerful response to yesterday's attack on commercial shipping that was transiting the Strait of Hormuz, U.S. aircraft have struck Iranian missile and drone storage locations, as well as coastal radar sites. This is the norm, as it seems. We have seen this many times before in the past few weeks. Not only do they strike missile anti-aircraft missile sites, but they most importantly go after these radar sites, which has allowed the United States Navy to start creeping up on the coast of Iran. In fact, we actually showed you guys yesterday and the day before that the USS Abraham Lincoln crept up to about 80 miles off of the coast of the Islamic Republic, which is the closest that it has ever been. It was then spotted by Chinese satellites and forced to retreat. So it's heading back towards the Arabian Sea out of the Persian Gulf. But it seems like this is President Trump's response to the Shahed drones that were launched at commercial ships. Will it end here? Who knows? In fact, we've seen that over the past couple of weeks, every time the US strikes the Islamic Republic says, I've heard enough. Hit Kuwait, hit Bahrain, hit the United Arab
Oh my
Emirates.
God.
And it seems like we might be seeing a repeat of that tonight, because a lot of pro-regime IRGC people have come out on social media declaring that our response will be unprecedented and that Kuwait will be blown into the sky. So let's see.
Oh my God. Poor Kuwait. Like, no. Kuwait is like, no.
Marco Rubio went to Kuwait just 2 days ago, and he probably went and he's like,
Marco?
look, guys. He's like, look, I know this might be a little hard, but there might be a few more hiccups. You guys are going to have to take the blame. Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice that I am willing to make.
Oh my God.
And
Kuwait's gonna be like, why
CENTCOM has just
me? I had
confirmed.
nothing to do. This guy CENTCOM.
CENTCOM just confirmed that the strikes have finished. So it looks like they were carried on for a couple of hours there. I assume the loop is they go in, they strike the targets, and then they kind of loiter around the area to see if there's any like bigger response from the regime. And if there isn't, they just pack up and go home.
Look, Carolyn thinks you're happy. She's like, I haven't seen Ali smile so much in days. Ali
Every
is
time the IRGC
looking
gets hit, I'm happy.
yeah. Ali's happy. Oh my God.
And there's so much
Wow.
more that just happened in the last couple of hours. So, guys, right now it's about 1 a.m. in the Middle East, and in a large portion of the Middle East. And tonight, from Lebanon to the Islamic Republic, there has been a lot of kinetic action going on. Today, I don't know if you heard about this, but Israel and Lebanon and the US signed this historic,
No.
I don't even know what to call it. It's a similar version of the MOU, where they just agree to start really negotiating and agreeing on things. And it turns out that a lot of people in Lebanon did not like that. A lot of Hezbollah supporters did not like that at
Hezbollah.
all.
I bet you there's a lot of people in Lebanon that do like that. There's a bunch of Hezbollah motherfuckers who don't like that.
They didn't like it so much that these Hezbollah supporters decided to go into Beirut, the capital of Lebanon, and block the roads, especially the road to the airport, which is where all the posters of the Khamenei's are, which is weird, right? Why are they there? Anyway, they went and blocked those roads, which has triggered a response from the Lebanese army. The Lebanese army has gotten involved, and it seems like we don't know if they have shot at or struck at supporters. Riot shields. I'm trying to see if I can show this clip here.
Yeah, is there any visuals in this?
Sorry, what was that?
Is there any visuals in this? Like, show us something.
Yes, there is.
Oh.
So there's this, and I just watched it to make sure we can show it here because it just came out. This is currently the streets of Beirut.
Wow.
So those are the Lebanese military. It seems like their anti-riot response with a lot of things on fire. I'm trying to also get some more clips out of that right now because this is pretty much going on as we're speaking. Looks like we got another one here. Oh wow, there's an IRGC flag. There's an IRGC flag. There's an Islamic Republic flag.
In Lebanon?
What is that?
That's what the hell is that picture in the middle?
What is that?
Is that a Syrian flag? Old Syrian flag with Ali in the middle?
I think so. Yeah, look at what. I don't know.
It looks like an old Syria flag with Ali in the middle.
So these are all terrorists, and there wasn't.
Yeah,
look, there it is. There's a Iran flag right there. Islamic Republic flag.
Islamic Republic flag there. What the fuck?
And then
This
I
is
think
an
there was also
invasion
a
of Lebanon.
Hezbollah. Yep, Hezbollah on the right side there. The yellow flag on the right there. Okay. Yeah, so they don't like it very much. Oh, got some good clips here. Okay, here we go.
Whoa, guys, this is Lebanon. Like, wait, before you play it, let's give people just walking in context. So, guys, Lebanese government and Israel signed a deal, and Hezbollah supporters in Lebanon are having none of it, and they're in the streets and they're like, "Fuck no." So let's see what this is about.
They don't like this. Look, the riot response is already out and about in full force here.
Wow.
Let's play this.
She is be angry. She is angry. She a rage.
Let's see what the other clip was. Okay, a whole lot of Hezbollah flags. Wow.
Okay, look at what the Islamic Republic flag doing in Lebanon. What the fuck?
Yep.
Like, I don't even see a Lebanese flag. Why am I not seeing a Lebanese flag? Wait, do you see a Lebanese flag?
Nope, not a single Lebanese flag.
This is in Lebanon. I'm not seeing a single Lebanese flag.
Guys, this is not the Islamic Republic of Iran.
What the fuck?
Looks like
guys, this is kind of like the Antifa of the Middle East. You know how Antifa people, they don't have, and BLM, they don't have American flag when they go to protest? These motherfuckers in Lebanon are not carrying a single Lebanese flag. They have the Islamic Republic in Iran flag. They have Hezbollah flag. They even have this old Syrian flag. What? Look at that! I don't see. Do you see a? Are you sure this is in Lebanon? I'm not seeing a single Lebanese flag.
Not a single Lebanese flag. There are a lot of Syrian and look, there it is, the Islamic Republic.
Yeah, that's the Islamic Republic in Lebanon. This is invasion. Sorry, Lebanese people, we're dealing with this motherfuckers. Like, oh my god, look at the Hezbollah, giant Hezbollah flags. Not a single. Are these people even? Are these people even Lebanese? I'm sorry to the Lebanese people. Look at this. This is an invasion. This is an occupation of Lebanon.
Oh my god! Wow, they got their AKs in full force
YouTube,
there.
this is not. We're not holding any guns.
What's going on? What is this? Play this. Okay, we saw this one. So yeah, the riot police moving in. Okay, I'm gonna close that. Okay. So, a lot of action. And in addition to that, we also have Kurdish separatist forces that decided to get in on the action. And the way that they decided to get on the action was that they decided that they were trying to get into a city, which is in western Iran on the Iran-Iraq border. And here I'm going to share this information so you guys can see. This is verified. All right. So, regime-affiliated Telegram channels are reporting casualties among regime forces at an ambushed checkpoint in Bonnet, which is western Iran on the Iran-Iraq border. These clashes began about 2.5 hours ago. Looks like the Kurdish separatist forces, what they usually do is your Bonnet should be right around here somewhere. There it is. So let's put a pin on that just so you guys can keep track. All right. So Bonnet, right close to Erbil, which is very significant for you guys to know. It's very close distance here. Erbil is the Iraqi city which is being bombarded almost every single night for the past 5 months because both the Islamic Republic and the United States of America are, quite frankly, just bombing the shit out of all the terrorists in there. And it seems like some of them have been smuggling arms into their brethren on this western side of Iran, where the separatist Kurds like to incurse into. Some IRGC forces detected that. They started fighting. Looks like some IRGC officers have been reported dead so far. So they have been doing operations. So like 2 police officers killed in action, 5 wounded, and 1 IRGC also wounded. Okay.
I wish both sides the best of luck, honestly. When IRGC and separatists are when Kurdish separatists and IRGC are fighting, I wish both of them maximum success. Both of them.
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't know which one is better news. When IRGC is successful against Kurdish separatists, or if Kurdish separatists are successful with IRGC against IRGC. I think it's both fantastic news on both sides. I hope you have the highest number of body counts.
Yeah, we absolutely hate both of those groups. So the fact that they're fighting is totally fine with me.
Yes.
You know, there was actually a video of a Iranian soldier who was protesting about Hezbollah on a video. Do you want to take a look at that and see what he says?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's more posters. Can you send me that?
Yeah. So this is actually the same poster that we talked about last week.
It's higher. This is higher quality than the last one.
Yeah.
This is oil, guys. Wait. Can you share the last one compared to this one? It's the oil money. The oil money is making the posters more. Guys, look at this. There's more color. There's higher resolution. Last time we showed. So, guys, this is a poster in Iran for Iranians to go fight in Lebanon with for Hezbollah, getting paid $1,000 a month, which is a lot of money over there, right? So this is tempting. But the last poster that we showed was shitty. I remember it was shitty quality. Ali, you shared it with me. So if you scroll up on our Telegram, you should be able to find it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. You want me to? Yeah,
I'll take a look right now.
Yeah. Okay. So this is, guys, look at this. Oh, so the poster has higher resolutions. Ali finds it. Let me actually tell you what this. Do you guys want to know what this poster says? This is a poster inside Iran. Oh,
here it is.
No. Oh yeah, look at that. See? I knew it. This is like a shitty printer that is running out of ink. Okay? So now you can see the progress Islamic Republic is making with the oil money. They're like, oh my God, we could actually buy ink for our printers now because the blockade removal. All right. So that was like that was the same poster, but now if you go to the new one, yeah, so this is in Iran. And look at this. The printer has full, like, this is the black. The last one was running out of black ink. And now it has all black ink. It's like this is what the removing the blockade looks like. Guys, this is what the removal of the blockade on the Iranian ports look like. You could actually afford ink for your printer. Okay, so let's see what the poster says. Ali, you were saying something.
Yeah, so I mean, you pretty much said it. They are giving $1,000 a month, and plus free room and board, like a bed and a place to sleep and everything like that, if you are in Iran and you want to go fight in Lebanon for Hezbollah. There's an Iranian soldier in this video who's complaining about it, pretty much.
Oh, really? This is a video?
Yeah, this is a video. Look.
Okay. So, guys, the context is that this is an IRGC ad inside Iran to tell Iranians to go fight with Hezbollah against, I don't know, Israel for $1,000 a month. And this Iranian is holding this poster complaining. So what is it? What does it say?
Yeah, let's see.
این پس فدرت‌های خائن پول دارن بدن واسه حزب الله لبنان و هرچی هست و نیست و خرج اینا کنن، ولی به داد بدبختی مردم و سربازای خودشون نمیتونن یا نمیخوان برسن. این وضع ماست که میبینید. اگه این پولایی که حاضرن به اینا بدن رو خرج ما میکردن و به ما یه همچین حقوقی میدادن، زندگی تو ایران بهشت میشد. توف تو غیرتتون ناکسای خائن.
All right, so do you want to translate or?
Yeah, can you do it real quick? I'm just gonna.
Okay, so he's saying that these people, basically the Islamic Republic has this much money to pay for people. So guys, $1,000 a month per person is like a lot of money over there, and you know, to pay this many people that much money is like a big deal. And he's saying if these people have this much money, they're spending it on people to go fight in defense of Hezbollah. If they actually spent all of this money inside Iran on us, Iran would have turned into a heaven by now. Yeah. Ali, would you send me that? That's a pretty good video. Thank you. You're muted, by the way. You want me?
Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that. Okay. Yeah, of course. Geez, so the Middle East is pretty much kicking off again, it seems like, in a second here. Do you think the Arab countries are going to get hit?
Let's see. UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, Kuwait, maybe. Yeah, maybe Kuwait. How much of a pressure do you see right now on the on IRG, on the Islamic Republic to respond, to do anything? Like, do you see like a lot of? Okay,
it's a good question. So the IRGC so far has said, we assert that this aggression will not go unanswered, and a swift and decisive response will be delivered at a time and place of our choosing. So we're going to hit you guys whenever we want. We're not telling. Who are they hitting? Who knows? They seem to be, if this was the IRGC wildcards, it seems like they probably will do some sort of response here, knowing their history in the past couple of weeks. Is Ghalibaf gonna get in the way of that? I don't know.
I think they're gonna arrange a limited hit with the Americans, just for I think that. So I don't know. Here's the thing. I think that the Islamic Republic hit that ship just to show the pro-regime people that they're doing something, knowing that the United States would attack, and knowing the attack would be limited. And now they're going to communicate with the United States on the. So they're gonna tell the Americans what they're gonna attack, what they're gonna do before they attack, as a way to make sure that that attack is limited. I don't know if you know, if you guys know, but right now in Doha, we have IRGC and CENTCOM. They have a red line with each other, right? Basically, in direct communication with each other regarding their military operations, so that they could communicate, so that it doesn't escalate. So the Islamic Republic and United States have, for the first time, the IRGC and CENTCOM for the first time have a direct line of communication, so that they could communicate their military operations with each other, so it doesn't escalate.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a crack in the regime's ideology, because again, guys, for 47 years they were like, we're not going to talk to Americans, we're not going to, Americans, death to America. And now there's an IRGC, probably general or commander, sitting in Qatar, talking directly to a CENTCOM general or representative. The regime is, they're doing things that we never would have thought possible just months before.
So remember, even before, when the Americans and the Islamic Republic were speaking, it was indirect. It was never directly with the IRGC, right? Like, it was through Zarif, it was through, I don't know, Arakchi or other people before. But now there's a direct line of communication between IRGC and CENTCOM in Qatar, so that they could manage their responses with each other without escalation. This, by the way, Ali, this shows a huge commitment to de-escalation on both sides. That's just a huge commitment to this means that we are going to have this back and forth limited military operations against each other for a long time, but it will not blow up and make it, like, it's not going to get big. It's going to be present. We're going to, every once in a while, we're going to be right back here talking about, like, oh my God, the Islamic Republic hit a commercial ship. Oh, United States responded, but it will stay at this level. It seems like that, at least. That's what they're going with.
I think it is going to stay like that until an American dies, or someone decides that they had enough, or the regime supporters somehow wake up to this loop and start demanding something real big. Low likelihood of all those things happening. This is probably where we're going to be for the next 5 months.
So the pro-regime people who are demanding more, they don't actually have that much power. They do. The people who are in the streets who are like, wait, where are we not responding? They are being funded by the bunyads, the IRGC bunyads, who are benefiting from the isolationism. Their industry, their companies, their monopoly is benefiting financially for the isolationism of the Islamic Republic. So they're investing money into the people. So this is all about money. Like, Ghalibaf is investing money that Americans will be releasing to him into people within the Islamic Republic that is going to be pushing for more negotiations. The people, the IRGC people who are directly financially benefiting from the bunyads, these are basically huge, I don't know, trust funds. I don't know how you say it in English, right? That own a whole bunch of monopolies and industries within Iran. And they benefit from not competing with international markets and with the private sector within Iran. They benefit from this isolationist structure that Iran has right now under the Islamic Republic. So they would be investing money into the Paidari camp and the protests who are as a way to try to stop the negotiations and stop Iran opening to the global economy. So it's all about the money.
Yes, they are coordinated about this. And if anyone's wondering about what is Armin saying, how are they opening up? How is the IRGC opening up, or the regime opening up the economy of Iran to the world? Well, the 300 billion number that you might have heard, that is exactly what is happening. Private companies around the world, mainly from the Persian Gulf Arab countries, are going to be investing into the private sector of Iran, which is opening up the economy to the world. Now, I'm still really skeptical about that. I don't know who's going to come and do that, but it'll
That's
happen
not
at
going to happen
some
unless
level.
before. That's not going to happen until the IRGC loses its grip over the economy. Like that is, I mean, it's a chicken and egg. Is it
Yeah.
I guess like a catch-22. Is that how you say it? Yeah.
So what's happening is basically Ghalibaf, which is now the face of the Islamic Republic, has to face off with the IRGC commanders who do not want the economy to be opened up. And we're going to see who's victorious in the next couple of months, in the next few months, rather.
We should respond to some super chats before they get too
Let's do it.
too off topic.
So, Fleshy Interloper is saying, Ya Ali Grams. Yeah, we have a couple today. And we'll show them. We can go after this. Okay. So what do I have on the board for you guys? I basically have Ya Ali Grams. I have some kind of funnier videos, what the future of warfare is heading towards with AI that we're already seeing, and some Durka videos, some interesting Durka videos, regime supporters speaking out, as well as, that's it. We covered the CENTCOM strikes on the Strait of Hormuz tonight. So again, guys, they hit Sirik, few explosions, taking out radar, anti-air defense. They've been doing this, and that's why they've been able to get closer and closer, which drew the Islamic Republic to the negotiating table in the first place, or so we think. Justin says, Kuwaitis be like, how the hell did we get ourselves into that shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
They complain all the time. They're like, because the ballistic missiles hit them within like 2 minutes. And they're like, what's the point of sirens and text messages to our phones if we hear the explosions first? And then they tell us to take shelter. Well, thankfully, Kuwaitis, you guys aren't being targeted. It's all for show.
Kuwait is a very unstable country. Very unstable. Because they're terrified of the Islamic Republic, but they're also terrified of Iraq. Iraq's access to the Persian Gulf is very limited. And if Iraq ever gets strong, they will always keep attacking Kuwait because Iraq is very vulnerable with the level of access it has to the Persian Gulf. It's always within its best interest to attack Kuwait and take over Kuwait. So if Kuwait is like, fuck this area, like I'm afraid of Iraq, I'm afraid of the Islamic Republic, like am I even like, they're not, like, they don't, Kuwaitis don't know if they're going to get to continue to be a country.
Yeah. They also have their king and their royal family is not very popular. They're actually also worried about internal uprisings as well. Mm. And Roman Cabbage saying, we need Big Stick and the vase. Ageism is bad. The Voss? What Voss?
The one that the IRGC keeps kicking and not being able to destroy. You don't know that video. So there's an old video of IRGC displaying their strength, and they have this martial arts thing, and they have this vase, and they keep kicking it, and it never breaks, and it's really embarrassing. It was on Islamic Republic
state. I never got the point of those videos of them doing the splits or like breaking the wood with the karate chops and the kicks and all that, and I'm like, guns, right? So yeah. Whatever.
Guns, right? You heard of them? Yeah.
And fleshy intro, but the big stick, the gym owner stick. Yeah, we'll bring the gym owner stick, Roman Cabbage. Fleshy Interloper saying, Kat said IRGC arriving in Lebanon. So IRGC have been in Lebanon. They actually send commanders and forces to fight alongside of Hezbollah.
But maybe they're
during
sending
this whole
more.
time. Ooh. Yeah, where are they, by the way? On which road are they traveling? In which direction?
Yeah, what? Yeah, maybe they should bomb the roads that IRGC is arriving in Lebanon.
Yeah, I mean, if the IDF can take out terrorists on the back of a donkey but not hurt the donkey, shouldn't be too hard for them.
Yeah, shouldn't be too hard.
David Jones saying, for the situation with oil and Hormuz, I follow you and Tonerus Hyas on X. His take is significantly more positive, maybe worth checking out and reconciling. Okay, I will do that.
I mean, when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz, oil prices are below $73 per barrel, so that is pretty positive for the Strait. I mean, is opening the Strait of Hormuz is working for the Americans. If you're focusing on the Strait of Hormuz, the American plan is working, if that's what you're focusing on. So I agree with that optimistic take, but only if you're focusing on that, which is, again, what the Americans care about the most right now.
Yeah, so this person does realize that there's a show going on backstage here, because he said, in response to the CENTCOM strikes today, more peace missiles to maintain the peace and maintain the peaceful commercial passage of ships to reduce the need for peaceful missiles. Yeah, this is all a show. In case anyone just tuned in, the strikes, the IRGC hitting, back and forth, it's just a show at the moment.
Yeah, so this is how let's summarize it for people to understand how this works, right? So Ghalibaf and President Trump have an understanding right now, okay, that we internally need to demonstrate that we are responding to each other, and that we're not just going to take it, and but also we're both right now interested in de-escalating things, right? Ghalibaf's interested in de-escalating things because he doesn't want to fucking die, and President Trump wants to de-escalate things because oil prices and lack of interceptors. These are the two reasons, right? So, but they also both understand that internally, they need to show that an attack is not going to go unresponded, right? And also, but Ghalibaf also needs to demonstrate that they are winning the negotiations. He also needs to do that. I mean, President Trump needs to do that as well. So they now in Doha have set up a direct line of communication between IRGC and CENTCOM, which is interesting because IRGC says CENTCOM is a terrorist organization, and CENTCOM officially recognizes IRGC as a terrorist organization. And now they have a direct line of communication with each other in Doha. So forget about not talking to terrorists, because they are directly talking with each other as a way to de-escalate things. So Ghalibaf needs to show that they have control over the Strait of Hormuz. Recently, when we had a lot of oil tankers going through the Strait of Hormuz in the southern part of the Strait of Hormuz, closer to Oman, which IRGC says that's not allowed. You should go through the northern part of the Strait of Hormuz in the lane that we want. So because ships are going through, the Singaporean ship is going through, the IRGC was like, okay, here's an attack. We have to do that. President Trump understands that we need to do that to show internally that we're doing something. And President Trump was like, okay, I understand that you had to do that. You should also understand that now I need to respond. Here's a little bit of love tap to you. And the Islamic Republic are like, okay, well, now we have to respond, because if we don't, we're going to look pathetic and weak. So let's communicate. How about on, I don't know, tomorrow, 3:00 in the afternoon, we hit close to your base in Kuwait or Bahrain, make sure you have no soldiers there, so that we don't escalate. And then maybe so they will head close to an American air base in Kuwait or Bahrain, and then we keep going through this until both, and then United States will come in like, well, that was nothing, so we don't need to respond to that. And then we go for a few weeks, and then we're going to be right back here again, right? Yeah, over and over again. So this is the dance that we're dancing right now. Does that make sense?
So for anyone who thinks that the deal was going to be broken, it's not going to be broken. This is the new piece.
Yes. And then we had Florida Man became a member. Thank you, Florida Man. Welcome to the group. One of us now. And then Fleshy Interloper saying no target, Ali. What is? Do you understand?
Yes, I'll make a target for the super chats.
Wait, did you start that comment from Ayatollah?
Yes.
Okay. So okay. We'll get through it when I get to it. Okay. So Fleshy Interloper gifted 1 membership on Ali's chat. Thank you so much, Fleshy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sweet.
It's very sweet. And then we have this super chat from Ali. Help me out. How do you pronounce that?
Anovelodisi. Anovel Odyssey. Anovel Odyssey. A novel odyssey. Fuck me. Oh my god.
A novel odyssey. See, it's not just me. Okay, so you got it. You're having a hard time. Okay. A novel odyssey. Okay. Lollipop is my favorite because his name reminds me of, what is that? Golly. What is that? Gollywog.
Of Gollywog.
What is a gollywog?
I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna feel stupid for not knowing this as well.
Sounds like
a doll-like character
in a character.
Oh, it's a doll. The Gollywog is a controversial doll-like character featuring jet black. Oh my god, we're not gonna show this. This looks racist. Jet black skin, large white. Yeah, so this looks like okay, like a wait, Gollywog. I hope he is next on the Durka bingo sheet. Yep, me too. Yeah.
He is.
That would be great.
He is literally next. He is number 1 on the bingo list for the United States to kill.
It's a cartoon character, Neil Bunny is saying. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So, blind dog leading other blind dogs. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Interesting username. And Ali, you start this, so you want to read this one?
Yeah, there's a regime supporter in the chat here who seems to be saying, "Hey Armin, you're gonna push Ali, who likes guys, away." Boy, do I have news for you, buddy. Not only did your Ayatollah Ali Khamenei also like guys, but his son, the current gay Ayatollah, also likes guys. Sucks to be you,
honestly,
man.
I wish he liked guys. He likes boys. Like children. That's disgusting.
That's true. Hey guys, the Ayatollah, the gay Ayatollah, who was probably dead, of the Islamic Republic of Iran, is gay and likes little boys and can't speak.
And
he's also probably missing a couple
assaulted
of limbs.
His male nurses.
Oh man, he goes crazy for those male nurses.
Oh my god. Okay, I didn't expect that from Ali. And then David with a super chat saying specifically specifically a number of Iranian tankers going through and total ships overall, as well as frozen funds. Oh wait, this was in response to what was the previous super chat? Because we need the context. Okay, so before he's saying I follow you. Oh, okay. So you follow us and that other guy for these topics. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so if you guys want to know how many ships transited the Strait of Hormuz today, I pulled this up. So we got today 40 ships. So 28 were leaving the Strait of Hormuz with oil, 12 were entering the Strait of Hormuz with no oil. And then it looks like yesterday, after that ship was struck by the IRGC, ships stopped moving through the strait for about 3 to 6 hours, and then they actually started back up again. So that was only temporary, which, this is like, even the shipping people know that this is all a show. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, Ali, is it a coincidence that President Trump waited right before the market closed on the weekend? Because we were to do the strikes. Because because the Islamic Republic hit the boat, the Singaporean boat, which is called Lovely something, by the way. Did you know that? What's the name of the boat?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just we were asking for a love tap, and then we realized that the Singaporean ship that the IRGC attacked is called Lovely something. What the Ever Lovely. It's called, this ship is called Ever Lovely.
Ever
So President
Lovely.
Trump, yes, so President Trump is doing a love tap on the Islamic Republic for hitting the Ever Lovely.
Yes.
What a weird world. This is so
Ever Lovely, a Singaporean ship.
Ever Lovely Singaporean ship got the Americans to do a love tap. The love tap is the term that President Trump uses, right? So
weird.
Yeah. So for 24 hours we were wondering, like, President Trump, why are you not doing your famous love tap? Where is your famous love tap? And then as soon as the market closed for the weekend, we get the love tap. So apparently that's what they were waiting for. So the market not to panic with the oil prices.
And here's okay, so there's also a couple of things that are quite frankly insane to me. So Oman told European officials today, there's no way we're going back to the way that the Strait of Hormuz was before the war. I don't know who Oman thinks they are. And I don't know why they're telling this. I don't know why they're telling the Europeans this. It's like they don't have the balls to say this to the United States, of course, but they tell the Europeans, like, yo, we are going to charge tolls. Oman are going to charge tolls. Yes, they directly said that. Omani officials said they will always abide by international maritime law, but they also added that there could be fees for services.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
What?
Like, hey, let me get in on that.
What services?
They said depolluting the strait or helping ships navigate it. So navigation and depollution, basically just charging tolls.
What the fuck? Before, the ships were going through without help with navigation before all of this started. Nobody needs help with navigation. What the fuck are you talking about? Come on.
You know what this means?
Who the fuck are you? You know you're not. You know what the fuck, Oman? Like,
this means.
Oh my God, these people. Okay.
What do you think about this? Don't you think this means that no one's going to ever try to remove the mines? Like the Islamic Republic, Oman, none of these countries are going to try to remove the mines, except for the U.S. The U.S. is going to be the only one. Because as long as the mines are there, they can be like, oh, navigation fees, tolls.
Oh, Sarah has a theory. Maybe the IRGC told them to come out and say that, or else it will be. Oh, Ali, you know what has happened here? Sarah, you're the genius in the chat.
After Ghalibaf visited,
like, IRGC told the Omanis, like, hey, you want to not be bombed? Here's how you don't get bombed. You need to start normalizing collecting tolls in the Strait of Hormuz, because people don't take us seriously, but you are a non-terroristic regime, so you go around and start talking about collecting service charges, and for that we'll just stop bombing you. That's the price of not getting bombed.
So Ghalibaf visited them, and he must have talked about that. He must have been like, okay, look, the IRGC is going to come to you, and America is going to come to you, and they're going to say these things. So what did Ghalibaf talk to them about? Was he just like letting them know, or what's going on? What do you think?
So I think with the Omanis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they basically, I think the understanding is like, listen, the Americans might talk about bombing you, but we know they're never gonna fucking bomb you. But we might. Okay, so don't worry about angering Americans because Oman, you're never gonna collect tolls, right? But you could go around and talk about it so that we could just break the taboo. So don't worry about angering the Americans. They will not bomb you, but we might. So worry about angering us.
Yeah. Yeah. He would have said, I can't control the IRGC commanders.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, listen, like, I'm not, yeah, like, exactly. Ali, yes.
Well, that's what you said.
Ghalibaf
That's
is
what you
like,
said yesterday.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, that's exactly. Ghalibaf is like, listen, we're friends. I don't want to bomb you, but I have some fucking crazies back home. And they told me to tell you this. I don't want to tell you this. I love you guys, but like, come on. Like, I'm just telling you as a friend, the way not to get bombed by these crazies that I have in IRGC is to just go and tell the Europeans that we're going to collect service charges for cleaning the sea and helping people with navigation. So, this
Ooh.
is amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Oman's gonna talk the talk. Well, the reality is that in the Strait, what actually is happening is that. Oops, sorry. Okay. So this is the Strait, and along the southern portion here, the ships are still transiting in accordance with the United States Navy. The ships going up here are transiting with the coordination from the IRGC. Oman's kind of caught in the between where the regime's like, hey, what you just said to everyone right now, like, hey, the US won't bomb you, but we might, so listen to us. And the US is like, listen, buddy, I already know what they were going to tell you anyway, and I know I'm who do you think's working with them? It's me. It's the United States. So everything's fine. Let's just let the ships go through. There's a whole lot of trickery and deceiving happening on the public stage just to get all the ships from the Persian Gulf to finally get out and lower the price of oil. So let's actually check what the price of oil today is. We're sitting at a pretty 72.85. Hilariously, yeah. So, okay, so we started at 74 for the day, 74 and something. And then they hit the ship, and there was no response from the US. Oil started going back up a little bit. And then the markets closed, and the US struck after the markets are closed. So oil is going to come back down, we think, if it just stays like this.
It might get to a point, that the escalation will actually bring oil prices down because the market is going to say, like, you guys are not going to escalate, the market is going to get used to seeing that all of this back and forth is not going to get in the way of negotiations. So they're going to get used to it. They're like, okay, so now we feel safer. Even if there is sometimes an escalation, the market might go up a little bit, but not too much, because their understanding is like, okay, so you guys have an agreement or something.
Yeah, the market likes stability, no matter what stability means.
Right. So,
well, continuing on with the super chats. Jogatai says, let's go, Ali. Thank you.
Yay, let's go.
Thank you. Now let's go. What did I do? And Joanne saying, what are all the signs in Iran for with Mojtaba and his father? They are along the main roads. Well, they could be because the funeral for the Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei is coming up in a week and a half, about 8 days. 8 days. Could be because of that.
Guys, make sure you're here when the funeral happens, because everybody's like, everybody's gonna be like, is Mushtaba showing up? Is Mushtaba gonna show up? That's gonna be the big news. It's because if guys, either way, it's big news. If he shows up, like, holy fuck, Mushtaba. But if he doesn't show up, like, holy fuck, he's dead. Like, people are gonna be like, okay, he's dead. He didn't even show up for his father's funeral. It's going to be, and also we're going to see if there's going to be conflict in the streets, in the funeral. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
I want to see if Vahidi comes out, or is he dead?
Ooh, that's also important. Is Vahidi's going to show up or not? Is Vahidi? If Vahidi doesn't show up, wow, that would be, guys. It's like, you cannot, if you're alive, you cannot not show up for Ali Khamenei's funeral, right? If you don't show up, that's a big deal. So if Vahidi doesn't show up, a lot of people, Ali, what if Ghalibaf, he pushed for the funeral to happen to lure Vahidi out of his hole, because he cannot show up. You cannot not show up for Ali Khamenei's funeral. Maybe this is like, let's see, come out, wherever you are, Vahidi. Oh,
not only Vahidi, but all of the IRGC commanders that he's going to have to butt heads with over the next few months. He wants to know what they're up to. He's going to put people on all of them.
But they all did come out except Vahidi. Vahidi is the one who's missing.
He's going to keep tabs. He's going to look at where they're going, what they're doing. This is the perfect opportunity. Who knows? Maybe there's a couple of, back alley assassinations here. Who knows? Yeah, that's going to be July 4th, by the way. Independence Day for the United States.
July 4th! They're having the funeral of the Supreme Leader on July 4th.
And I think it was because they're like, oh, you're going to make us sign the MOU on Trump's birthday? Oh, yeah? Okay, we're going to put our Supreme Leader's funeral on America's birthday. It's like,
yeah, but okay. That doesn't make any sense. Like, yay, like a reminder on America's birthday that we killed Khamenei. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
And the best part is, these guys were like, oh, the Iraqis were so passionately asking us to bring Ali Khamenei's body into Iraq, to Najaf and Karbala. We might do it. I'm like, I don't know if you're going to do that, because why wouldn't the U.S. just strike? And it's in Iraq. There's no, rules there. You know what I mean? It's probably one of the most lawless lands on the planet at this point. And A Novel Odyssey is saying, I promise I was not being racist. No, I don't think that's how we took it at all.
No, I was joking. I was joking. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, we're taking that. No worries. Thank you, though.
Of course. Yeah.
User Z saying, thanks for the membership. Oh, that's funny. Well, Fleshy Interloper, your membership went to User Z.
Yeah, User ZV. Thank you for the super chat.
Oh, Amir saying, fun fact, a young goat called a kid. Mushtaba loves them either way. Ah, yes, Mushtaba's into everything, huh? He's into everything, apparently.
Okay, let's move on.
Anyway, thanks, Amir.
Thank you.
And Jagatai saying, I came earlier for news, stayed for the Al Zoot. What's that?
Yes, that was the early. Do you know about Al Zoot?
No.
Okay, so in the previous stream, things went wild. So Al Zoot is referring to this hadith in Islam. And it's actually a hadith. Again, I'm not going to show it. Like, guys, if you want to go see the hadith in the previous stream, where it says that Muhammad went to a desert with his friend. This is actual Islamic hadith. This is in Islam. This is scripture. And then Muhammad told Prophet Muhammad of Islam drew a circle in the sand in the desert and told his friends to stay in the circle and do not come out. Do not leave the circle. If you come out, you're fucked, literally. Okay. And then
by what?
Muhammad stayed out. Yes, Muhammad stayed out of the circle, and a lot of jinns who look like tall black men came and pounded him all night, raping him all night, while his friend was in the circle, scared, looking at all of this. And Muhammad was reciting the Quran to them while he was being pounded, and he was just watching it, right? And then after the night in dawn, he came to his friend and he put his head in his lap, and he said, "I'm in so much pain." This is actual Islamic scripture. It's the Al-Zut. Yeah, rode him. Yeah, the actual word is rode him. They rode him all night. No, this is, guys, this is not a story. This is Islamic hadith. You want me to bring it up again to show you?
No,
this
no,
is
it's
actual
okay.
Islamic
No,
hadith.
I believe you.
It's okay. Okay.
I'll take your word.
This is scripture. This is Islamic scripture.
What do Muslims say when people bring that up? What is their opinion?
They're shocked because they didn't know that this is in the hadith. Like, they were like, "What the fuck?"
That's the thing. I feel like no one's actually read the Quran, because if they did, they'd be like, "What is this demonic book?"
Yeah. True.
And Flesh Interloper saying, "Help navigating around mines." Yeah, sorry, navigation services. You mean
Navigation.
first of all, yeah, those are navigation.
Yeah, we'll
services.
put mines in the Strait of Hormuz, and for a fee, we'll tell you where they are.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Okay.
That's why I'm saying they create the problem and then they charge you for the solution, and still the world is like, yeah, the Islamic Republic seems chill, they seem fine.
That's how the mafia works, right? It does it? Yeah.
Yes.
It's extortion.
And user Z with a super sticker, I think. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
There we go. Acting like a true member already.
Yeah. Welcome to our group.
You should join school, actually. That's what you should do. In fact,
our discussion group.
We should show them our discussion group. So, guys, every day we have calls where you can come and ask your questions to Armin or me. And if you want to join, scan that, or in every description of our live stream or every video, just look at the description, scroll down a bit, link to school, sign up for free, and then boom, come join our calls every day, lasts a couple hours. Come ask your questions, get your follow-up questions in and everything, just in case, we don't answer them here. Yeah. But Jagatai was saying they do know we like fireworks on July 4th, right? They do. They also know we like barbecue.
Ooh, yeah. That's good. Good job, both of you. Wow. Nice job, both of you. That's pretty good. Okay.
And Joanne saying, hope the Lion and Sun flags are out for the Iran versus Egypt game today. Yeah, I'm actually not going to that one, but they probably will be. They've been at every game so far. I mean, I took mine to the last game. So, yeah. I'll be watching that one. Hope they lose. And Nima Farce saying, Armin, please say his name properly when mentioning Muhammad's penetration.
Yeah, so peace be upon him is we changed the last stream. So PBUM stands for peace be upon him, but we have changed that. So every time we say Muhammad, we have to say penetration be upon him. So we changed what PBUM means, yeah, based on that headpiece.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Pride Month, isn't it? So why not?
Yeah, I don't know. He also like people watching him.
Oh yeah, you're right. What is that called? Oh yeah, you're right. He has two fantasies. He wanted to be penetrated by a whole bunch of black men in the middle of the desert, but why did he bring his friend? Ali, you're right. Why did he bring that dude with him? He wanted somebody to watch. What
Like
is
he
that
didn't want his
called?
friend to join in or touch him, so he's like, stay in there, just watch.
Yeah, he wanted somebody to see that. What is that fetish called? I forgot.
Yeah.
Is
I don't
that
know,
a
guys.
is
Yeah.
that, yeah, okay, cuckold. Wow, Ali, you discovered something big about Islam. Voyeurism.
Yeah, I had no idea. Wow. You know, that's some crazy stuff, guys. So let's go into what I have for you guys for today.
Wait, we have one more.
Oh, we
One more,
did.
and then we'll go. Yeah.
A Novel Odyssey saying, how will we know when the IRGC are weak enough to topple? What signs do we need to look for? Thank you both for your analysis. Much love. Great question. Great question. Okay. There's 3 main things that we need to look out for. You guys ready? 1, the people to come out again. People to come out first again, and then Reza Pahlavi, just like last time, starts giving them directions. So they come out first, okay? That's number 1 thing. That's the prerequisite. 2 is people being armed this time with guns or drones or weapons and of any sort. 3, the regime's suppressive forces, Basij, IRGC, anyone, don't show up to work or join the people. They defect. If these 3 things happen at the same time, you win. And that is not according to me. That is according to Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi's team. That is what they think we need next time. And they've been working on number 2 and 3.
Say the 3 again.
People to come out in force, people to be armed, regime to defect.
Arming the people.
Arming the people.
Right.
Yeah, those are the 3 things.
Interesting. That's a good answer. Yeah. Oh, we got another super chat. Okay, so thank you so much. Oh, by the way, before I go to the super chat, I also want to respond to something. I think there's always small tests by the people on the ground regarding how much pushback they're getting, and it keeps increasing when they don't get any pushback. So I don't think people outside could decide when the Islamic Republic is weak enough. I think the people on the ground keep testing things, and the wisdom of the crowd will figure it out based on trial and error, right? How do you pronounce this?
I don't think you want to.
Okay. Spees, I'm going to call you. Saying create problem and charge for the solution sounds eerily like COVID. Well, I think CCP was responsible for COVID. I don't think the U.S. government was responsible for it.
Oh, yeah.
But, yes, I think it was the CCP.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also, guys, so if this is any sort of like reassurance that the regime is going to fall, the Pentagon believes that 85% of the Islamic Republic's capabilities have been destroyed. Also, in terms of the protests starting again, so number 1 is the people come out, right? That's the first thing you need. In terms of it happening, most of the protests before that have happened, the uprisings in Iran, were sparked by economic conditions, just like this year's. What is the economy in the Islamic Republic like at the moment? It's not doing so good. And the economy is actually about to get opened up with a promise of private companies coming in to fund them. But again, what private company is going to come and fund into a country where war could break out, uprisings? What even is going to be the return on investment? If they invest $100 million, are they going to get 110 back? Is it more worth it to invest in a different country? Why wouldn't they just do that? It's not looking so good. It's really not. So I think we're due in And every uprising is sped up because the economy gets worse and worse. So the time in between uprisings gets shorter and shorter. Oh, we have another super chat. Fleshy saying Chinese Communist Party, careless COVID promoters. Didn't they pretty much admit that the virus came out of a lab in Wuhan?
I don't think the CCP admits it, but a CIA investigation showed that that happened. And for so long, anybody who said that that's what's the case would be sent, like, would get nuked out of social media. Like, what the fuck? And then CIA, like, yeah, that's the thing that you used to get banned on Facebook for saying. That's actually true. So what the fuck? Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Call us racist.
What a world.
Stuff. Yeah.
Rampart here was asking, do mines actually exist in the Strait of Hormuz? How come the Singaporean ship did not get blown up by the mines? Instead, they used a drone with a firecracker on it. Yeah, so they used 4 Shahed drones. 3 of them got shot down. The 4th one hit the ship. The Singaporean ship didn't get hit by a mine because they were using the southern corridor, which is where the Omanis and the US are saying you should use. The northern part is by the Islamic Republic. The middle, mines. And yes, we have pictures and videos of mines in the waters. That's confirmed. The US is also trying to demine it with underwater drones. So, yeah. They just didn't go through the mine route. Did you start the Shabbat Shalom one?
Yes, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, I don't actually know what that means. What does Shabbat mean?
Shabbat is the Jewish day off, with God rest. With, like, you shouldn't do any work.
Is that Sunday?
This is Saturday. Sunday is Christian. It's Saturday. So Muslim is Friday, Jewish is Saturday, Christian is Sunday.
Ah.
And who's Thursday? Is it Hindus or Thursday? Somebody's Thursday. I forgot who's Thursday. Yeah. Shabbat Shalom.
So it's sunset on Friday to sunset on Saturday. Cool. So yeah, just Saturday. You're right. All right. Ooh. Spees was also saying Fauci worked hand in hand with the CCP. Yeah, I saw a lot of things suggesting that Fauci was compromised. I never arrived to a definitive conclusion, but if there is any definitive evidence, then hey.
Yeah. I don't know if that's true, but if it is true, fuck that guy. Arrest that motherfucker. Yeah. So there you go.
Absolutely.
If it is true. I haven't looked into it.
And Ian saying, this show is the best source of info and entertainment. Thanks for your hard work. I created a satire website about the current regime, Ghalibaf Republic, commercial website URL. Please enjoy. Let me see it. Ghalibaf Republic.
Ghalibaf Republic. That's pretty good.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, okay. Show us.
Should we take a look?
Okay. Yeah, remove the super chat. Oh, you want to remove it? I'll remove it.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
All right. So.
Oh, wow. Ah. Wow, there's merch. There's merch.
I get it. I get it.
Good job, Ghalibaf.
I get it.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you did it. It's American. Yeah. Oh my God, that's pretty funny. Okay. Oh wow. Wow, this is the promotion of the idea that he's a Zionist infiltrator. Go fetch our nuclear dust, Vahidi. Wow, this is gonna piss off some Arzishis. That's pretty funny. Yep. Yeah. Going with the basically going with the idea that he's a he's a spy of the Americans and the Jews.
Yeah, and then we got some background info. We don't know if the clown show of a Ghalibaf Republic is a necessary step towards total regime collapse, but we'll be here to mock it in our own small and creative ways. Oh, that's so kind of you.
Beautiful. That's nice.
Oh yeah, our boy Arokchi. Ooh, these are good. These are good.
These are funny.
You're unforgettable, Rodon. Oh, they're all being called.
Yeah.
Still number 1, Ejei, Ali, Vahidi, Mojtaba, Arokchi, Ghalibaf. Sweet. Thank you. That's a great idea.
Okay, the next super chat, I remember. Okay, wait, hold on, let me remember. Tasha May, I think I remember. Did I say it right? Tasha May. Tasha May saying Lebanon is on fire. USA bombing hard. Kurdish separatists too. Yes, we covered that at the beginning of this show. Maybe at some point we should give a summary to everyone.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let me just finish the super chats really quickly on 2 more left. And Ari is saying Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much, Ari. And then we got a last super chat by user ZV saying Tulsi Gabbard released stocks of 130 plus biolabs in China. Holy fuck. 130 of them responsible for this? I thought it was just one. In China? Okay. Thank you. Well, I haven't followed that, but thank you for telling me. I will keep an eye on anything related to that if it comes across my eyes. All right. So, Ali, you want to do a summary?
Today. So, after the Islamic Republic struck a cargo ship, a Singaporean flagged cargo ship that was transiting the Strait of Hormuz, trying to leave with a Shahed drone. They hit him with the Shahed drone. They launched 4. 3 of them got shot down. The 4th Shahed drone went straight into the bridge of the ship. No warning given. Looks like they were going in for the kill there. And the U.S. was like, hey, man, you kind of didn't tell us that you're going to do that. And then today, about 16, 20, 24 hours later, they came and they struck more radar and anti-aircraft missile defense in the Strait of Hormuz on the IRGC naval base of Sirik. It's all in the Strait of Hormuz, straight in there. And yeah, we actually also got a confirmation by a U.S. official who told CNN 45 minutes ago, Friday's U.S. strikes do not reflect a return to major combat operations, at least for now. So it looks like what we've been thinking is true. The United States and the Islamic Republic, or at least Ghalibaf in the Islamic Republic, have this sort of deal. You, the Islamic Republic, let the ships go out of the Strait of Hormuz, and we, the US, won't kill you. But obviously, because your supporters are Durka crazy maniacs, you can't tell them that, like, oh my God, we're going to have to give in to the concessions of the US. So what you're going to do is you're going to tell people that the strait is closed. You, the Islamic Republic, you tell everyone the strait is closed. But we kind of tell them on the down low that it's open. So the ships keep moving. Every once in a while, you fire a drone, tell your own supporters you're doing something. We'll hit you a little bit, and then that's it. That's the new definition of peace. That's what we're saying. Then, Lebanon, the United States, and Israel, after meeting for a long time, repeatedly, finally signed a deal today, which is similar to the MOU. It's just kind of like a preliminary agreement that, hey, Israel, you guys take this portion of Lebanon for yourselves in this little yellow zone, a security zone, until we, the Lebanese army, deals with Hezbollah. After Hezbollah's gone, we take back the portion of Lebanon that Israel took from us. Is the Lebanese army going to be able to destroy Hezbollah? No. No. And the United States, Pete Hegseth just said that we gave the Lebanese army today. He said we gave the Lebanese army $30 million to help them in their fight against Hezbollah. Is that like a couple of artillery shells, or I don't know what that is. $30 million could be, a couple a tank. Actually, yeah, a tank.
A tank.
So let's see what happens with that. But in other words, I did actually have you a visual representation of what the IDF has been up to in Lebanon, and it's pretty significant. Here it is. Good job, Israelis, honestly. Okay. This is a map of southern Lebanon. Do you guys see that red area? Just focus on that red area. The red zone is Lebanese territory that Israel is taken and created a buffer zone. Do you see how deep into Lebanon this goes? It almost cuts directly halfway. Look at that. This is how deep they went, right? So we heard them take the Beaufort Ridge, that's that castle, the medieval looking castle. Then they kept pushing all the way up to Adi al-Tahir Ridge, which they took today. They took this just today and then immediately signed the deal to be like, yes, we're holding this. Hezbollah's so pissed about this that they took all of their followers in Lebanon and just pushed them out onto the streets. Riots, cars, dumpsters on fire, people getting beatings left, right, and center. The Lebanese army sending out troops to quell the riots and the protests. Not a single Lebanese flag can be seen. All Hezbollah and Islamic Republic flags. So, yeah, that's what's happening.
This is how you bring your people's safety and security. Israel is working on creating a buffer zone between itself and its enemies in Lebanon, a buffer zone in Gaza between itself and its enemies in Gaza, between itself and Hamas, a buffer zone in Syria, and just create buffer zones all around Israel and keep it there forever. Do not let it go. Do not let it go. Just keep it like that. Just keep that area empty always.
Yeah, and here's the thing. This is the Litani River, this blue line. This is not like a territorial line. This is a river. The terrorist group known as Hezbollah has been fighting tooth and nail for months to keep the Israelis out of the Litani River. They want them south of it. The Israelis pushed straight on ahead, took the southern Hezbollah headquarters, like their main headquarters in southern Lebanon, took it, kept on pushing, and took this ridge as a sort of high ground point to be able to hold it. This is a very hard location to attack. So now that they've gotten it, they're holding it. Yeah, Hezbollah is screwed. They can pretty much do artillery fire from this ridge straight into Nabatea, which is pretty much where Hezbollah's most of their stuff is. And that's why they pushed for this and incurred, I think, about somewhere around 10 Israelis have died for this push. 10 IDF soldiers in total, with a lot more wounded. Yeah. So this has been huge, but it looks like Israel has reached a new level of security and deterrence when it comes to fighting against Hezbollah here. All that remains to destroy Hezbollah at this point is to get rid of the Islamic Republic funding to Hezbollah, and then a little bit more time. And that should pretty much do it.
The thing is that Hezbollah has moved from rockets to FPV drones, and those are really annoying and hard to stop. And that's why we need to make this buffer zone deeper. And Bria, exactly. People in the chat. Bravo, Israel. Fantastic work. I can't wait. You know what I want? I want Israelis and Ukrainians to be working with each other on drones, defensive drones. That's what I want. But you know why that's so hard to get? Because Israel doesn't want to piss off Russia too much. But that
Yeah,
would
I was
be
going to
so
say,
cool.
exactly, you're exactly right. It seems like on the surface, they actually don't like each other that much, but I'm sure in secret, I mean, they're definitely working with each other because Israeli companies are some of the best in the world when it comes to drone technology. And who better to work with than the actual best operators of drones in the world, the Ukrainians?
There's so much potential of Israel and Ukraine working with each other, but Russia is
Yeah. So that's what happened with the Strait of Hormuz, and that's what happened with the Israeli-Lebanon stuff. And then real quick, just to recap, what's happening in Iran with the Kurdish separatists. Here we go. So map of the Middle East here. Let me kind of remove actually some of these. Oh my God, we have so many. Okay. So this is Iraq. This region is pretty much known unofficially as Kurdistan. There's a city here in Iran called Bane. And I actually asked a couple of my Iranian friends if they knew it. And it seems like they knew it because the market here is very good. Like they have a lot of great goods, low prices, things like that. Some Kurdish separatists decided to cross over from Iraq into Iran via Bane. And they were trying to get into the city. And this city, well, the Islamic Republic has known for a long time that there are Kurdish separatist groups. They have checkpoints. The Kurdish separatists tried to get through one of these checkpoints, manned by the IRGC, and it didn't go so well. They might have had guns, smuggled goods, maybe they freaked out, maybe it was cocaine, I don't know. And the IRGC forces and the Kurdish separatist forces started shooting each other. 5 Iranian civilians were injured. 6 IRGC/police were also injured, and I think 2 police officers in this city were also killed. We don't know how many of the Kurdish separatist forces were killed. And that's all we know of so far. So yeah, there's a good gunfight for a good old hour there. Yeah, wow. Late June has been quite eventful here.
And yeah, it's a reminder again for people who weren't here, when it comes to IRGC fighting Kurdish separatist groups, we wish both sides the best of luck. We hope they take out maximum numbers from both sides.
Yeah. We hate them both.
Yes.
All right. Guys, what should I show you? Should I show you some military future, like where the military is going in the future in warfare? Should I show you alligrams, the telegram stuff?
Alligram
so?
first. Always alligram,
Okay.
yes. So guys, for people who are new here, alligram is when Ali goes and finds in the Islamic Republic affiliated Telegram groups their comments and what they're feeling these days, what they're talking about.
All right. Here it is. I wish I could find more juicy stuff for you guys, but I'm telling you, these people are not very bright. Most of them are not very bright. And because it's Durka Day or Durka week, that's all they've been talking about, pretty much. Insulting each other and stuff like that. You get a few pockets of political talk here and there, so I try and go in. I haven't looked at it today, but I found this. Let me translate this. Oh no, I have to refresh the page here. Hopefully it lets me. There we go. Okay. This one is just crazy. Is absolutely crazy. Let's look at the original message that this person was responding to. Actually, I don't think we can show that. Yeah, no, I can't show that message. I will definitely get taken down. Okay. The person that this guy, this guy is responding to a message which says, they're arguing about how in Islam you can marry a 9-year-old girl.
Oh.
And yeah. So I don't know why they're arguing that, but you can see up here it's saying Karen.
And then IRGC Telegram
yes,
group.
I'm telling you, they're talking about so much Durkha stuff. It's disgusting. Up there in the preview, you can see if I tell your sister who is 9 years old we're getting married, you can imagine the rest. Okay, and then they go on to talk about some R-rated stuff. The person responds to that message saying, first, I said that according to some historical accounts, the Prophet Muhammad's wife was older than 9. Second, a 9-year-old child in Saudi Arabia at that time probably understood more than an 18-year-old girl today and had reached intellectual maturity earlier.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, these guys are really dumb. It's interesting that if such a marriage really happened during the Prophet's time, it showed that people at that time had no problem with this issue and it was common. So it shouldn't be compared to current conditions and customs. Then they ask this most disgusting questions. Third, I'll ask you a question. Suppose your sister wears hijab and someone like Reza Shah and Savak came and forcefully removed her hijab. Would you still be willing to put on a Pahlavi photo on your profile? These, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to highlight this message for you because I want you to see how truly retarded some people in the Islamic Republic are and who you're dealing with. You can never, just think about this for a minute. You will, no matter what you say to this person, you will never, ever change their mind on anything. You will never get through to them. When this person comes and says that a 9-year-old child in like 6th century Saudi Arabia understands more than an 18-year-old girl in the 21st century, you will never, you are in such a different universe than this person, you will never get through them. This was also not one of the most like craziest things that I've seen in there. It's just, I can show you this without getting taken down. Let's take a look at this one. This guy has Qasim Soleimani as his profile picture, so we know he's Durkha. All right. This guy says, did you even leave the borders of Iran to see the countries around you? Even the countries like Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Egypt, they're not under sanctions. You know about them. Of course, Iran's problems, maybe 40% of our problems in Iran are due to sanctions. All the misery of the people is due to incompetent, traitorous, and thieving government officials. Of course, not all of them. So this guy's a regime supporter. He doesn't support everyone in the regime. He's part of one of the factions in there. And this has been the talk of the group for a few days now. People say our problems in the Islamic Republic, our economical problems, are due to some people in the regime. Not my faction, but other factions. And they've been pointing fingers at each other for days now. After they got over the corn and the soybeans, which they actually kind of still haven't. But this is where they're heading. This is what people are talking about. It's your fault. It's the president's fault. It's Arakchi's fault. It's Qadibaf's fault that we're suffering like this. Everyone's pointing fingers at each other.
Interesting. I like this one because it shows that these Dorka jihadi-minded people are turning against the regime, as we predicted 5 years ago, by the way.
Yep. So that's pretty much the talk. And then it looks like the third message that I had prepared for you guys, the person who wrote it deleted it. Dang.
Oh.
Oh, man, I wish I remember what that was. But yeah, so I took a look at a few hundred messages there last night, and that's what I found, is that people are just blaming other parts of the government And so I was like, okay, let's see if there's any officials from the Islamic Republic that come out and say this, representative things, And I was like, oh my God, there is. Someone came out, a few people came out, but one of them who came out on TV said this. It's a 20-second clip. Let's listen to this, Armin. See what you think.
رهبر ما رو امام مظلوم و شهید که واقعا زندگی بعد از خامنه‌ای خیلی سخته، خیلی سخته. اصلا صداشو که میشنوه آدم، حرفاشو، دلسوزیاشو، صداقتشو، شجاعتشو، توف برو روزگاری که بزنن اینا رهبر رو و بعد باز بگیم که از صلح با آمریکا صحبت کنیم.
Wow.
So yeah.
Go. You explain, Andy. You explain what he's saying.
This guy went on for literally 25 seconds out of the 20-second clip and said, my Imam Khamenei, life was so much better with him. It's so much harder now. I could almost hear him talking to me. And then we're talking to the Americans after they killed him? This is what we're doing? This is the sentiment that is pretty much being echoed across the Islamic Republic. And here we go. Ooh, this is a better...
I love this.
Oh, man. Can I show this, though?
What is it about?
Here, I'll show this clip first. Armin, you're not going to believe this. Do you guys know who... People in the chat, do you guys know who Morad Vaisi is?
Yes.
He's the most famous Iranian analyst, Iranian opposition, so like us, analyst. He works for Iran International. He has live streams every day as well, pretty much right after we end our show. But he only talks in Farsi, speaks in Farsi. Okay, this is inside the Islamic Republic of Iran. Take a listen.
Oh, yes.
Let me play that first part again.
So, guys,
hijacked.
let me tell you what's happening here. I didn't cover this. I'm so glad you brought this up, Ali. So, what's happening in the Muharram processions in Iran? A lot of them have stopped talking about Hussein so much, and they're focusing on the massacre in early January. So instead of talking about Hussein's death, which is what they're supposed to be focusing on, and mourning his death and remembering his death and what happened in Karbala, they're focusing on the regime's massacre on the Iranian people in early January. And even these, religious people, some, like a lot of them, are now, like a lot of the songs is not about Hussein, it's about the songs associated with the massacre of Iranian people in early January. And this one specifically is playing Morad Vaisi, which is anti-regime and pro-Pahlavi. They're playing his audio of Morad Vaisi mentioning the names of people who were killed in early January. So they're saying, why are they doing this? They're doing this because there's a lot of these people are saying our Ashura is like the day that you're supposed to remember Hussein's death. A lot of these people are saying our Ashura has changed. Our Ashura is not about Hussein being killed by Yazid's army. It's about our Ashura is now about the Iranian people being killed by the Islamic Republic. So some of these people are devastated by what the regime did.
I just find it interesting that they are airing his voice out like that in the open.
Yeah, this is illegal. This is punishable by death, what they're doing.
Completely
And guys,
illegal.
just remember that not all religious people in Iran are pro-regime. Many religious people, many Muslim religious people in Iran participated in the protests against the regime. I mean, I'm against their religious views, but even among Muslims in Iran, only a minority of them supports the regime.
Yeah. People were talking about that in the group chat as well. The regime supporters group chat. They were talking about how this is the disgusting justification they were giving. If you came out at the beginning of the protests, so I think they're talking about December, maybe the first 3 or 4 days of January. If you came out during that time, you had every right to, because you were doing peaceful protests about the economic conditions. But then when it got violent and the regime responded, if you didn't leave and the regime got violent and killed you, it's your own fault. That's what they're saying.
So no, so Texas Troop is asking, so these aren't regime supporters? No, these are religious Muslims who are anti-regime. So, which is like something that many people outside of Iran don't know that it exists, right? So these people are religious Muslim, but they're anti-regime, which is like a group of Iranian people that you need to become familiar with. So no, so people are saying, but like the regime, Sarah is saying, but the regime policy supports the massacre. Yeah, so yeah, these people are not supportive of it, even though they're religious, even though they participate in religious ceremonies, they're not pro-regime. They're anti-regime. They're very anti-regime.
I don't know if I can show you this.
So Omid is saying, how could they get the funding to host such things without being with regime though? They a lot of them locally, like they local mosque, like so guys, we have government mosques and we have private mosques, right? So government mosques are associated with the government and they push the government's agenda, and then we have private mosques who do their own thing, and many times it doesn't go in line what they're pushing for and they're doing doesn't necessarily go in line with the regime's agenda. So a lot of these mosques that are not government mosques, they have their own local, like people donate to it. They have their own fundraising things from private supporters, and they have, like, I don't know, their own Hosseinias that are not associated with the government and stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't like them, by the way. They're not like good guys or anything.
No, I mean, I don't mind. I mean, some of them are good people, right? I mean, they have retarded beliefs, which is Islam.
Yeah.
But some of these people are good. Some of these people showed up and risked their lives against the regime. So some of them are good people. Yeah. So, I mean, I still am against their views in support of Islam, but honestly, some of them are good people.
I sent you a clip on Telegram. If you could take a look at it, if you just skim through it, you can pretty much immediately see why I'm hesitant to show it, because there's like guns. Yeah, so I don't know about that one, but
there's a lot of guns.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to show this though.
I know, right? It's so good.
Shit. Okay, how about this? We show it, but we keep it small, because the guns are this big. Like, so don't full screen it. Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Oh my god.
What about this part of it?
YouTube, this is a video that we're reviewing. Okay. None of the people in this video is the host. Me and Ali over here at the top right corner of the screen, we are the hosts. Yeah. Ali is this guy. I'm Armin. We are the hosts. That video at the AI, the video on the bottom left is the video that we're reviewing. None of the hosts are holding any sorts of weapons. Okay. You see? Okay.
I'm not holding a gun.
Yes.
Yes, this is
Okay.
just a video.
Are the guns
look how many
always
people.
like Yeah. Okay.
Look how many people are
Wow.
there.
This is. Yeah.
Guys, you can't exactly see in this scene right here, but there are many, many instruments in their hands. Many of them.
Okay,
And,
don't full screen it. Don't full screen it. Let's do a small version. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's do like that.
اول هر کی گوشش نمیشنوه بشنوه حرف در خانه اگر کس است یک حرف بس است
I
آقا
have a
مشتبه
firearm in my
خامنه‌ای
hand. I do not have a firearm. I don't have a gun or anything like that.
اول فضل علمدار خامنه‌ای نگهدار اول فضل علمدار
Anyways,
no.
Yep,
So
that's
no, guys, that's a different gathering. That's a pro-regime gathering. Okay, that's a pro-Khamenei. The first procession that you saw was an anti-Khamenei procession, an anti-Khamenei Shia procession. This one was a pro-Khamenei Shia procession. It's different.
These people.
So look at this Texas thing. Wait, let me grab my gun so I can help them feel at home. Okay. No.
This is completely normal for them, apparently.
Yes.
But we got a IRGC statement about the strikes tonight, and this person translated it. So they're like blah 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 blah, Zionist regime violation, treaty breaking American regime, etc., etc. In response to this aggression, meaning the U.S. struck Syria tonight in the Strait of Hormuz, the IRGC Navy struck the U.S. Army positions in the region. According to Clause 5 of the MOU, the arrangements are, every side must do their best to have the Strait of Hormuz traffic go along. America provoked. They violated. And the necessary response was given. From now on, it'll be the same. If the aggression is repeated, the response will be broader. Yeah, so what did you guys do? Because I don't think anyone heard or saw anything.
Wait, they saying they responded to the response?
Yes, they said the IRGC Navy, or what's left of it, struck U.S. Army positions in the region. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything. No, nothing.
What?
Happened. Literally,
we went from bombing something meaningless to not bombing anything at all. Is that the new thing that we're doing?
This is the new thing. It's like, we promise. We did it.
Trust us, bro. We did it. We did it. You missed it. You blinked. You missed it. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. So CENTCOM clarified 6 United States military aircraft hit 2 sites. One was Sirik and one was Keshem Island. Four drone, missile, and radar sites were struck. So probably 1 radar and then drones and missiles. Okay, cool. And the IRGC is like, yeah, trust me, bro. I hit you guys back. Didn't you see?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, what happened?
I got a news from Vahid Online. Just gave us a major update. Let me see if this is what I think it is. Okay. Let me translate this. So here, let me share my screen. This is from Vahid Online. Let's go over here. Then remove this, add this. So this is from Vahid Online's Telegram account. Let me translate this to English. Domestic media in Iran reported an armed clash between government forces and armed opposition groups at the checkpoint. Wait, what's the checkpoint?
The the Kurdish separatists.
Oh, okay. So I thought armed opposition groups. I thought it was like talking about initial reports indicate that 2 government forces were killed, 5 were okay. So this is the Kurdish one.
Yeah.
I thought this was something new, separate, because it was just posted. So Vahid Online is late in this. Why is it that it doesn't mention a single thing about Kurds here, separatist group? It said opposition groups. I thought maybe it was the Garda Javudan. So this is the same thing? No, yeah, it's Bane. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, false alarm.
No worries. I had something for you from actually, before I show that, let's read these couple of super chats first. Guys, after the super chats, I want to show you guys a demonstration. South Korea just had a military demonstration where they tried to shoot down some drones. And let's see how successful this demonstration was, so we can kind of visualize how hard it is. And then we have a Patrick Bet David clip, which is insane. So let's read this. Sarah Ocean saying, highlights of my day. When I get home from work and my toddler runs into my arms, and when my 2 other favorite boys go live. Love you both.
Oh, 2 other favorite boys.
Comparable. Are we comparable with your kid running into your arms? That's
well, hey,
that's an honor.
I'll take that. I take that. 2 other favorite boys. Yes, Sarah. We're special boys in Sarah's life. So I take that. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
so
you, Sarah.
sweet. That's
very
beautiful.
kind of you.
Love you too, Sarah. Oh.
And
Fills
Dominic,
my heart, she said. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so sweet.
Dominic saying, forward message from Amberly Rose. Armin, just wanted to tell you that Tal Oran's grandmother, an Iraqi Jew, passed away. He put a video on his channel.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
May they rest in peace.
Oh, thank you for telling me. Let me make a note of that. I need to message him. We can make a note. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, thank you. And Fleshy Interloper saying, to the fall of Ghalibaf. I think
by the way, she was Iranian. People are saying she was Iranian. The grandmother was
Iranian.
Yeah.
Sweet.
They left Iran and okay. But go on, sorry.
May they rest in peace.
Yeah.
And Fleshy Interloper saying, to the fall of Ghalibaf.
Yes.
I can't wait. Armin's going to make a video about the rise and fall of Ghalibaf.
We're going to make that. No, it's going to be both of us. It's going to be our joint. Yeah.
And Justin saying, that back and forth between Trump and Bibi wasn't to get the Islamic Republic to let their guard down. It was to get Hezbollah to let their guard down.
I mean, Hezbollah and the Islamic Republic is the same thing, to be honest. They're the extension of each other. But yeah.
That does make me think about something. Maybe I'll pull it up when we watch that clip. But yeah, Justin, you could be onto something here.
Interesting. Oh, yeah.
And Nail Bunny, who gifted 5 Liberty Politics
sweet.
memberships.
Thank you.
So kind as always.
Thank you, Nail Bunny. That's very sweet. Always supporting us.
Yeah. So kind. Okay, are you ready for this?
Yep. Do you want to unhighlight the comment?
Yeah. There we go. Okay. I don't know if you're ready for this. Yeah. Look, 2 famous pieces of shit. You got Mario Nafal here and Patrick Bet David. Both retards. I hate them both. Anyway, let's watch this.
I don't follow the Mario Nafal guy. But I take.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. But he's a retard? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not for the Iranian people.
People that reached out to you last year about potentially leading Iran, if I understand correctly. That's a fascinating story. Tell me more. I want the details. I want, obviously, whatever you could share. Who reached out? What was the discussion like? How would it look like? What was the thought process you had? And what was the conclusion and why?
Yeah, obviously I can't give you names. I will tell you what their backgrounds are. Some of them are in politics here. Some of them are in politics in Iran. Some of them are in the military in Iran. And some of them were money people. And they had interest of whether I wanted to do anything because I lived there in Iran for 11 years. And the conversation, if you want to go through details, one of the first questions I asked is, which I was surprised by their answer, by everybody. You ready? My number one question. Do you think they will accept a Christian leader? They said, absolutely. Most Iranians don't care. That was the shocking answer that I got. The first one, I've never revealed this part. So we spent a lot of time on that. I said, you really think Iranians? And so you got to keep in mind, some of these guys are military in Iran, okay? Because if you don't have the military in Iran that are willing to defect and flip, you have nothing. It's just a bunch of gibberish and talk. I don't care how many people in America support you. I don't care if the CIA defends you. I don't care if the MI6 is with you. I don't care if Israel is with you, Mossad is with you. If the folks in Iran who are military leaders, who are not willing to flip and they're heavyweights, you can't do nothing, period. It has to start with there. So I was surprised when these men were saying that, yeah, we would be okay with a Christian leader. And the thought was more about, economy, because their biggest concern is, their GDP is nothing. It's less than Walmart. What happens if we open it up and there's somebody that has relationships here in America? It's kind of like the guy right now that's running in Colombia that's a dual citizen. What if he pulls it off and, hey, he can have the relationship from America and Colombia? So that was the talk. And then I sat down and, at the end of the day, I talked to the family, but the decision was really mine. It was a very easy decision 2 months later when I said it's not my job. And it was also part of it when I was watching Reza Pahlavi getting back into it heavily and hoping a couple other people would step up. Very quickly, I'm like, this isn't for me.
When did you make that decision?
So we were in New York for a month, almost a month. So take another 4 weeks after that, 5 weeks after. I'm going to say 7 to 9 weeks decision, 2 months.
That was last year. So late last year.
Late last year. Yeah. Last year.
Did they approach you again this year?
Constantly. I get the same calls, and I'm still being, they're still approaching me and talking to me about this, but I'm not interested. This is to do that job. You have to know, to do that. If somebody accepted that job and I'm critical of that person, let's flip it. Say somebody accepts that job and I'm the one that's giving the feedback and reacting to that story. If that guy's family is not moving back with him, if that guy's kids are not moving back with him, say he's got younger kids, he's not serious with this job. And I simply can't do that. My kids are Americans. So for me to say, hey, we're going to go do this, it's not fair to them whatsoever. But we entertain every aspect of it. It's just at the end of it, I'm not interested in this.
Okay, this fucking idiot is... are you fucking retarded? First of all, somebody who doesn't I'm so shocked that they would accept a Christian. If you fucking didn't know that, then you have no fucking idea about the Iranian people. You didn't know that the Iranian people who were praising President Trump and naming streets after him wouldn't have a problem with you being a Christian. So you didn't fucking know that. So you have no idea about the Iranian people and you think you're fit for leadership. And now that Princess of Pahlavi is going back into it, you fucking retard. He never stopped. He's been consistently fighting for a free Iran for the past 47 years. And when did you make that decision? It's not his fucking decision. The Iranian people hate this man. The Iranian people consider him to be an enemy. This fucker was attacking Princess of Pahlavi when the Iranian people were bleeding to call out his name. He's the enemy of Iran and the Iranian people. When did you make that decision? They will skin this motherfucker alive if he steps inside Iran. And it has nothing, Christian, this has nothing to do with Christianity. You went against the leader of the Iranian people that more than tens of thousands of Iranians died to be able to shout out the name of the person that you were attacking immediately after that massacre. You're considered an enemy of Iran and the enemy of the Iranian people. Not interested. Who fucking asked you? They will skin you alive if you step inside Iran. You piece of shit. And Like, oh, Princess of Pahlavi is going back into it. You know what he figured out? He figured out that Princess of Pahlavi is a much, much bigger force than he realized. And he's regretting going against it. He's paying a huge price going against Princess of Pahlavi. He realized that he has lost his I'm Iranian card because every single Iranian is now hates his guts. So he's trying to walk it back. Fucking piece of shit. Go fucking die, you garbage piece of shit. Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, no matter how much money you make in life or how much education you may receive, if you began as a retard, you are probably also going to end as a retard. Patrick Bet-David is a great example of someone who, no matter how much money or anything he may get, his true nature will never change. So yeah, I can't believe he said Princess of Pahlavi was getting back into it, as if Princess of Pahlavi was doing anything else for 47 years. For 66 years, his entire life, as if he's been doing anything but serving the Iranian people.
He knows nothing about Iran. He was surprised at like, oh, would they care that I'm Christian? If you didn't fucking know that, you don't know anything about the Iranian people, which is the reason why you went against Princess of Pahlavi, not knowing what the backlash would be. Because you don't know the Iranian people. You have no idea about what the Iranian people stand for.
I think this guy has over 12 million followers. And during when the Iranian people were coming out, during when Reza Pahlavi was the only leader, this guy was criticizing him, literally saying Reza Pahlavi runs his mouth too much. Those are his exact words. Reza Pahlavi runs his mouth too much. He said that. And I can't believe it. By the way, this guy, Patrick Bet-David's co-host, I don't know if he's still his co-host, but just until recently, was being paid by the MEK, and Patrick Bet-David himself was regurgitating the MEK's talking points until recently, when he started realizing, like, oh man, that's so bad. I'm losing supporters.
Actually, went worse than that. He was reading it from a note, and he made a mistake and read the name of the organization of the MEK. So he was exposed.
Yeah. And another thing. Hey, Pat, so it's probably a little bit difficult if you can't speak Farsi or read Farsi or write Farsi to lead Iran. And I don't know who in the military in Iran reached out to you and was like, oh my God, we need Patrick Bet-David to come and rule the country because I wouldn't want to do it. Oh yeah, I can't do it because I have kids. And yeah, my kids. Yeah.
Probably somebody, because he has like a big audience, thought if I come and, I don't know, tickle his balls a little bit, he's going to show us some attention. Like, of course, you fucking idiot. Of course, if you have a big platform, some people are going to come to you and be like, oh yeah, you're so great. You'll be such a great leader. You have a big audience. People are going to tell you, give you compliments for just so that maybe they could get some of your platform. That's why people are complimenting you, not because you're actually good, you fucking idiot.
I bet there was like a random soldier, like a 17, 18-year-old kid in the Artesh in Iran who's like a watcher of this guy and was like, hey, I'm from Iran. I'm in the military. Like, do you think you would ever come to Iran and like run for office? And Patrick's like, oh my God, a general in the Iranian military is trying to instate me as the leader of Iran. I'm like, come on, man. Come on.
Get this face off of the screen.
Yeah, let's get that off the stream.
Anyways, but let's finish. Do you have anything else?
Do
because we can do the super chats and then.
Yeah, you might find this pretty interesting, just to like see how hard it is to shoot down drones. I'll show it for like 10, 15 seconds, and then we read the super chats, and that's it.
Okay. Oh, this is cool.
So look at this, guys. This is South Korea. This is the South Korean military. These are well, you'll see what they are. They're basically like mounted artillery pieces, and they're trying to shoot down drones. Okay, so they did this. this is the drone swarm that they're going to shoot down. This drone swarm, as you can see, is very coordinated. Okay, like I'll play the clip here from the beginning with no audio.
Where
but
is this?
music. But this is South Korea. Look, these drones are moving in a coordinated swarm. Okay, they have a line of mounted rattling gun artillery that are shooting at the drones. Let's see how many of them are taken out. Okay, they got about a third of them. This is with a very, like, you have mounted artillery, you have a drone swarm moving all together in the same direction. And even then, you took out maybe 30% of them.
30%? What percentage was taken out?
Probably 30%. I mean, you can look for yourself. Look here. So they fire thousands of rounds, and then that's it. This is what happened. That's it. I think
the only
like
defense against drones. Like, am I wrong about this, Ali? The only defense against drones is going to be other drones and EMP, maybe.
I don't know, but I mean, I bet that's the #1 most researched technology in the military. I mean, they took out what out of the 60 drones? They took out what, like 10? Not even. 30%?
I think that the what the science fiction writers got it wrong. Like, I think like the idea of humanoid robot armies, that's not what's going to be the future. I think it's just going to be drones everywhere. Like, what is a humanoid robot going to be able to do about a small little drone coming out of nowhere and going boom? I think it's just going to be drones. I think like the future of warfare is just going to be drone swarms everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you can build microscopic drones at some point and just put a swarm of those into like a water supply or something like that. You can build humanoid drones. You can build drones as big as you want or as small as you want, and anything in between. Guns, rockets, explosives, anything you want. That's going to be the future.
Yeah, there's going to be drones everywhere. I think that's the future.
Yep.
Oh, but microwaves, not EMP. Okay, but like if you don't see the drones coming, you're not going to even be ready to use the microwaves at them. Are you going to be? I don't know. I think it's just going to be drones hunting drones, and it's going to be who has the better AI to manage their drones. That's what's going to be. Like if you have a base, you're trying to protect yourself, and drones are coming for you, and you're like, release the drones to protect me. I hope they do their job, and if they don't, if the other guy has better stuff, I'm dead.
Remember when you were a kid and you always saw those kids with little Beyblades? They would like roll them on the ground and like hit each other while they're spinning and stuff like that. Like that is what we were doing as kids, and that is what we will be doing when we're older and old in life. So,
the problem is that it's going to be much more expensive to defend against drones than actually attack with drones.
Unless you use laser weapons, the Israeli Jewish laser.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that the West, so for example, it's always going to be more expensive to defend than to attack. Always, no matter what happens. Because even if your defense gets cheaper, the attack will get cheaper faster, right? So this is why the gap between the West, so if, for example, if this is the West, if this is the United States, and for example, this is China, because how cheap it is going to be to attack, this gap is not, even though the United States is ahead, the gap is not big enough to defend against China, right? Or whatever, the West versus the East. The gap needs to become so big. Like we can't just have the United States being the superpower. United States being the superpower of the world is not enough. The United States needs to get to God level capabilities. Like the gap between United States and every other country needs to become so wide, so for it to become very efficient to be able to defend against everything.
Absolutely agreed. And I'm not taking into account what Jeffrey's talking about with bioweapons. I mean, drones plus bioweapons. What are you going to do? So we have a couple super chats here. A very kind one by Joanne saying, "What are both of your parents like? They have raised great men." Yeah, definitely my biggest role model is my dad. I don't think he knows that though. I've actually become like him without even realizing it. Like I'm very similar. Just
You should tell him.
yeah. I mean, I think I have. I think he just doesn't really believe me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, my mom was the kindest person I've ever met in my entire life. Before she passed away from cancer. And my dad is the second kindest person I know in my life. and he's a heart surgeon inside Iran.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but Nilban is saying tell him more while you can. Actually that's a very good point because there I lost my mom and there are many things I wish I told her more often. So even though he knows, just keep reminding him of that.
Yeah, I'll tell him today. That's a good point. Okay. You guys are right. I'll tell him more. And a novel odyssey saying Tal's grandmother was from Iraq, but they found refuge in Iran, and the Iranian people helped them before they eventually went up to Israel.
Israel. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
so they're
true.
Iraqi Jews. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. And Justin, who says, I think shooting big spreading nets or mesh would neutralize drones pretty easily. And setting up metal netting around sensitive targets would neutralize the threat. That is very expensive.
Yeah, but also if they're coming, like imagine you have like whatever you're trying to protect, right? And then you have tiny little drones with explosive on them coming from multiple different directions. You're gonna do and let's say for example you start shooting nets in all directions. Okay, well I'll do it in 3 waves. I'll come in from all directions from you first, shoot at your nets. You're done with nets. My second wave will come. Oh, you have more nets? I have a third wave coming at you. And the problem is that these drones are going to get cheaper than your defense system.
Yeah, what do you even do?
It's cheaper to make these drones eventually than whatever defense. If your defense system gets cheaper, the offensive system is going to get cheaper faster.
Yeah.
That's why you need to be fucking rich. That's why the solution is, as always, capitalism. Because to be able to defend yourself, your nation state needs to get fucking rich to be able to afford the defense system. To be like, motherfucker, I have nets coming at you. Like I have for 8 waves, 9 waves of drone attacks. I got you. Keep, That's why you need to get rich. The solution is to get rich.
Yep. And no matter what Jewish Samantha says, that is the way.
Yeah, true. Go capitalism. Woo! Capitalism is always the solution to all your problems.
Oh, this person's that person's name was Hugh Nguyen. That's a Vietnamese name. And I mean, did you know today? I think it was either today or yesterday, like depending on the time zone. But the U.S. representative who just traveled to Vietnam and met with their kind of like communistic general leader guy, his parents fled from Vietnam from the communists with American help. He came to America, was raised here, became a really high up person in the military for the United States of America, and now just went back to Vietnam and is facing off with these communists who kicked his family out and killed all these people. And
Vietnam is a very capitalist country, by the way. Very, very. I've been to Vietnam. It's extremely capitalist. I'm so proud of Vietnam. Their economy is growing like fucking crazy. Look at their
That's great.
stock market is like, is going to the moon, and they are full on capitalists. They're more capitalist than other capitalist countries. They just have communist symbols everywhere, but they're just have embraced capitalism 100%. So they're a very capitalistic country with communist symbols everywhere.
It's great.
All right, Jewish Samantha in denial, saying Vietnam is a thriving under communism. Yeah, sure. Go check the Vietnamese stock. Samantha, don't search for Vietnamese stock market. Okay, you might get a heart attack. But okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Jewish Samantha is saying we need. So Samantha, I love you. Okay, but I'm gonna respond to this because she's a communist. Samantha is saying we need to work together as a collective. We need collectivism, sounding like a true Muslim. Join the Ummah. This is why Muslims and communists sound so similar with each other.
Well, there we go. So that's it for today. Basically, you had peaceful missiles for a peaceful blockade to enforce the peace between the U.S. and the Islamic Republic. Then the Kurdish separatist groups apparently tried to get active. Lebanon is fully under riots, and I don't think they're stopping tonight. And last thing, here's what we should watch out for. So we all know that Oman and the Islamic Republic are like, hey, Strait of Hormuz this, Strait of Hormuz that, go through this lane, go through that lane. And the Islamic Republic had to respond because ships were going through the Omani side with U.S. supervision. That's going to keep on happening, I think. You're going to keep on seeing these love taps. You might see them escalate and escalate even more because this would be a way for the U.S. to get some of its leverage back. But this is how things are going to be. This is the new norm.
Yep. Hopefully until, I don't know, we'll see. Until we have more, what is this? The missile interceptor stockpiles, more munitions. And after, hopefully we'll see what happens after the midterms. We need to we need to start talking more about the elections in Israel coming up and the elections in the United States. These are going to be important, for the future of the Middle East, but also the world. So
you're right. We will definitely talk about that.
Oh my God, look at this, Samantha, your poor little thing. There is no private land ownership in Vietnam. Okay, there has go search online real estate agents for foreign just go search online real estate agents selling you apartments in Vietnam. And also this is a way, like I just told you, to search Vietnam stock market, and then you're just trying to cope. You're coping. Anyways, private property is fully recognized in Vietnam, and the market is open. And also, the Vietnamese are very, very pro-American, and they're trading with the United States, and they're trying to compete with China when it comes to bringing in all the industries that has the Americans basically offshore to China. Now a lot of it is coming to Vietnam instead as a safer, less political country. Also, most of the biggest American companies are all over Vietnam. Louis Vuitton. Samantha, search for Louis Vuitton Vietnam. Starbucks, McDonald's, Microsoft. All of them have all of the leading capitalist industries of the West are now very, very active in Vietnam and thriving in Vietnam. Very communistic. Sure. Very communist. Anyways,
cool.
Exactly what Marx intended, to be a great hub for the greatest U.S. companies, as Marx truly dreamed of. Nike, yeah, exactly. Yeah, guys, when I went to Vietnam, and I went to like these stores like Louis Vuitton and Prada stores, and all around it they have communist they have communist symbols all over, like around like the Louis Vuitton and Prada stores right outside. Like I took a picture, like what the hell is happening? Oh my god, this is great. But Vietnam is great, guys. It's a great place to travel, and they're booming because of capitalism. So go there before it gets too expensive, because their economy is getting is going to the moon. So things are going to get expensive.
Yeah. I didn't know that about Vietnam. I've never been. But Motorpool Grease Monkey, who's Sketch from our discussion group, is saying, I'll go live after you tomorrow. Today, I want to learn all about rating channels and setting up streams. Guys, so we have a new addition to Armin's army.
Yes.
Armin, do you want to talk about it?
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, no, you go ahead first, and I'll bring up his channel while you're talking, because let me bring up his channel.
So Armin went live earlier today with Motorpool Grease Monkey here, and I guess they'll be going live tomorrow as well, around like 4:30 p.m., 5 p.m. ish, or just after our stream ends. So be on the lookout for that, because
he's gonna go without me on his own channel first, because I want him to experiment with StreamYard, and then after that we're gonna go live together. So this is going to be a live on his channel without me. Let me bring it up. Here, go this. So this is his channel, Motorpool Grease Monkey. I still think there needs to be a space between Grease and Monkey here. So I think he's good. Oh my God, look at this. He has 127 subscribers now. That's great. We're trying to get him to 1,000. So I'll put the link in the description for his channel. And he's going to be a new addition to Liberty Politics live streaming segments, and then his segment is going to be after Ali's segment, and he's going to be mostly focusing on American politics. Eventually, he's also going to maybe talk about Latin American politics, but now he's going to be focusing on U.S. politics, especially with the midterms coming up in relationship to Iran and the Middle East and other stuff. He's going to be focusing on that. So yeah, guys, link in the chat. Go subscribe to his channel. Let's get him monetized. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers so he could monetize his channel.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, guys. We gotta go. We gotta go. So
yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please click on the subscribe button down below for both of our channels. And we will see you guys in 22 hours, same time tomorrow.
Same time tomorrow. And until then, I'm Israel Chai. Slava Ukraine. Cuba Libre. Long live America.
Long live America. Javid Shah.
Javid Shah. Payande.
Iran.
See you guys tomorrow.